Hi, Genki Call here with the Containing Chaos World event for the week of April 18th, 2022. Let's start off with the campaign, or rather the lore. By the time we'd helped Lord Archimedes, the Sparkinator had already moved on towards Karakoth this time. As we approached that broken land, we saw it. It was digging for something. Hold music. The Sparkinator, while digging, had unearthed an ancient god, Uvash-Ka. Ferret insisted we banish it before continuing our chase for the rogue mech. Defeat the god and its minions by collecting glyphs and banishing them all. So, Uvash-Ka is in the game. He is going to be worth the most points. More importantly, you can get this troop with your event keys this week if you are lucky. Also, the minion it was speaking of, the Eldritch minion, is the Glory troop, so you can look for that as well. So let me show you the scoring for the week. This is not actually bad. So Uvash-Ka is worth the most points. So basically, it's legendary. I mean, it's rarity order. Of course, you want to do the legends first, then the epics. As far as the epics go, the new troop. So the new troop is worth the most of the legendaries. The new troop in the epics is worth the most as well. So that's an easy way to remember it. It's not too bad. So let me pull that down. There we go. And let me come on back in. So before we get going, I want to tell you what you can get from the shop if you are very, very lucky. Let's go over this. So the troops that you can use here are in the drop table. Every one that you see here is in the drop table for the shop. Oh, except for Zythenos. Zythenos does not drop from keys ever. But we've got Dow, Fallen Valdez, Shabanu Vespera, and Will of Nisha for the legend or for the mythics that you can get. And then everything else you see here is something that you can pull. Oh, I didn't make a team with the Dragon Soul. Love that troop. Everything else here is something that you could get from the shop. So maybe I'll get lucky and pull a mythic I didn't have, but the chances of that are very slim. I'm going to buy, I think I'll buy 3 tiers today to start off with, but I'm only going to equip 1 badge, just like always with this. But the badges and medals are going to boost skull and spell damage, so I have both types of teams for you. I have lots of teams for people with legendaries, without legendaries, and a couple with Shabanu Vespera as well. So, let's buy a few tiers here. Maybe I'll get lucky. That would be awesome. Tsarian, 4 eligible troops. Nothing new there. Got my badge. There we go. And be good to me. Nope. Oh, I was hoping I could at least get Uvash-Ka, but he's not actually in the drop table, so never mind. Never mind. I forgot. Alright, so legendaries are worth the most. Uvash-Ka is a rare find. There will only ever be 1 Uvash-Ka on the board at a time, and if you see him, if you want the points for it, you're going to have to grab him as soon as you see him because he will disappear otherwise. I assume that he'll disappear. That was an assumption on my part. All right. The playstyle I like is to have 2 mana generators and 2 that do damage to all enemies whenever possible. I do this for delves. I do this for just about everything. And not everything I'm doing is going to follow those general guidelines, but it's my playstyle, so a lot of it's going to be that way. We've got the Black Manacles because you have to use a purple weapon. And the Black Manacles is one that I will know that you have when you get your brown and purple mana mastery up. You will have this weapon. And then Azura is one of our mana generators. She will, she'll do something, and then she blows up every blue board on the gem, which is great. So it might be worthwhile to run this with a team that has Icy Veil, the blue storm starting out, just so you have lots of things to blow up, or you can stick with a dark storm like we have. I'm using Sorcerer for this. Enchantress is the other mana generator kind of, because she will enchant a random ally, and she does do a little bit of damage to all enemies. It's not a great amount, unfortunately. And then Necrezza is here basically because she summons. You know, and if they have any positive status effects, she'll dispel them. So I don't love this team. Yes, I will go ahead and equip one. Let's see, let's do Medals of Seasons just to be fair, and then we'll put the badge in there. There we go. All right, so let's try this out. Like I said, I don't love this, but I have multiple teams for people that don't own legendaries, and you can mix and match things to your liking till you get what you're really comfortable with. So actually, I'm going to take the yellow because I don't want the thing here to get it. But I have so many teams to show you. I may end up having to buy another tier. That's all right. I'll do two. Here's Uvash Ka. Nice. Got him right off the bat. I have been unsuccessful getting him with my event keys thus far. I'm hoping to get lucky with them before the end of the week. So let me see. I'll go ahead and do yellow because it's there. I wanted that. You took my brown. Darn. All right. Do a little bit of damage to all enemies here, and early on, obviously, she's going to be okay, but she does very little damage to all enemies. So if you have access to the underworld, I really recommend using one of the teams like this one. This uses 2 troops from the underworld. They're both actually very good troops. Reflection of Good, if you have it. If you have an exploding weapon, that's going to help a lot. My 2 damage dealers here are the Hex Rat, who will do damage to all enemies, and you don't have anything on the team that curses, but it'll do damage to all enemies. Just hit the top enemy, and it will hit everything below them, doing damage to the entire team, even if they're submerged. And then the Illithian Servitor, who's going to do damage to all enemies. Steal 2 magic from all survivors, which means that this number is going to go up and up and up every single time he casts. I really like both of these troops, actually. And Asha is here for mana generation. She's going to convert blue gems to a chosen color. That means that Illithian Servitor maybe not the best one to put here, because it's going to take away the blue. Actually, we'll do that just in case. However, she'll enchant, and she'll also, I can make more of a bunch of color, whatever I choose. So take this in here, and this should work very well. But Asha, pardon me, Asha uses the same colors as Azura. Azura uses the same colors as the Illithian Servitor, which is why I put Asha in here. But you may find that there's another troop you'd rather have in here for mana generation. This is going to kill them all, but 51, if they had survived, it would have gone up by 8. All right, Eldritch. We always want to go for the Eldritch when possible. Do one more with this, and I will grab. Wait. Okay, that's good. All right, I thought I messed something up, but I didn't. So yay. Okie dokie. So yeah, we'll take brown. Brown is good. I'll take brown. Then I can show off how this guy works. You just hit the top one. He'll do damage to all enemies. So next up is the skull spamming team that I put together for people with no legendaries. Now, I understand you may not have the trait stones to get these guys. Hold on. What did I just see? Okay, good. To get these guys traded, but if you can, Empowered is so powerful, and they're both skull spammers. One's going to convert yellow to skulls, the other is going to turn brown gems to skulls. We also have Black Manacles here. You can switch this out to an exploding weapon if you wish. And again, I chose Asha, even though there's a little bit of a conflict with Draxxius. I still put her in here, but if you're worried about it, you can do this. But they're empowered, and hopefully those skulls will take them out pretty quickly. I did put Elementalists on this team because you've got Rock Solid, and you've got the ability to entangle things that will save you from your own skulls. And I'm actually going to change it because I need to level up Sorcerer. So I'm just going to put it on Sorcerer for my sake. But I was thinking the safest way to use Skulls is to use Elementalist. Got another Valraven. Excellent. So really easy thing here. On the Fist of Zorn, the easy way to tell what color she's going to convert is the background is yellow, and that is the color that she will convert. This guy is not so easy. I have to look half the time, and it's brown to skulls, so they put a green background on it. Why couldn't they have done like Fist of Zorn and the other one that I can't remember the name of right this second? The one that does green to skulls that's empowered, and I can't remember right this second. Of course not. All right, yellow to skulls. There we go. Gotta do another one of those. I do love skull spamming, as long as they don't backfire. So all of these are worth the same amount of points, so it doesn't matter. The only one that has points that scale is the new troop, Uvashka. Every time you see him, every time you fight him, the amount of points you're going to get from him will go up. So, it will definitely be worth your while to fight him whenever you see him. What? Alright. Well, chucks. Moving on, I have one more team for people with no legendaries, and remember, you can mix and match these things to your liking to get them where you want them to be. Tighten up the teams because they're not perfect. But however you like, it's just kind of a here's how you could do it. Now this is a cheese team, as as Harel puts it. This is the cheese. And so you've got Reflection of Good for mana generation. Hopefully you have it. Any exploding weapon would be really good here. And except one like Twin Claws that uses the same colors as Faunessa. But Faunessa, triple Faunessa, she's empowered. If you can only afford to empower one troop, then Faunessa would probably be good because she is fantastic at those higher levels because she's going to do damage equal to their attack. So if they have an attack of 150, she's going to do 150 damage to them. Then she's going to do life to all allies boosted by that damage that she deals. So she is superb on higher levels on events and actually higher level anything. So alrighty, let's take this in, see how this works. It's a little slower because it doesn't do damage to all enemies. However, it should be very effective, and she'll help keep your team alive while you go. So this guy's empowered. Oh, the new guy. All right, so he's going to transform brown to purple, and we don't want that. So I'm going to do this guy first, and darn. Got a match 4. So this guy's going to take all the purple and turn it into skulls here at some point. So actually just going to take him out. Okay, now I'm not going to take him out. I'm not high enough level to deal with it right now. Alright, do that. We do have skull damage boost, and remember this is going to be a lot more effective later on. Because you're just going to be doing so much damage. But the reason I cast on myself is because it gives me barrier. It gives me every positive status effect. And obviously it's helping Faunessa too. So I'll just go ahead and do this. But you can see it. Look at my life. I mean, you don't have to worry about dying so much with this team. So, but anyway, barrier is going to be very helpful to have on that first slot if you're worried about skulls. And you could run Faunessa with a skull spamming team. Just however you want to do it. So Eldritch Minion is next. Let's move on to the legendary team. So I have 2 very similar here to start off with. So we're going to do Gobmother's Wand on this. Don't know how it's going to work, but I'm going to try it. If you don't have Gobmother's Wand or you hate Gobmother's Wand, put in Reflection of Good. So this is the same basis that we're going to do for the next team as well. Gobmother's Wand, Azura to blow up all the blue gems. I am using Diabolist for Icy Veil so that we'll have plenty of blue to blow up. Medea is going to barrier the whole team except for the hero who is actually a demon, which is perfect because she will enchant the hero Very nice. And then Leanansidhe, who's going to do damage to all enemies, works the same way as the Hex Rat, except it's everything above her that gets damaged. So hit the bottom troop, and it will hit the entire team. Let's take this one in. Oops, gotta hit the right buttons. I was already moving on to grab the next team. Ha ha ha. Alright, copy. Brown to purple. A new empowered mana converter to get used to. Tut tut. Alright, so... Well, obviously I need purple. I'm gonna do this first. I wish I got an extra turn out of it, but... we'll do this. Blow things up. Was hoping to hit that gem, but I didn't, so we're gonna do this. And I would finish off with Leanansidhe, except that Leanansidhe is webbed, so that is not going to help. Go. So there's that team. The other is very, very similar. I changed one troop. I took out Leanansidhe and I put in Starflower. That's the only difference. And again, you can change the weapon to... ouch. Reflection of Good, if you wish. But we have some mana blocks if we choose a different exploding weapon, which is why I suggest one of those two. We'll do this. We'll do this. Would like some more blue so I can blow things up, but okay, we'll do this. Do green first. Ah, nice. There's really no reason. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do this. And we'll do this first. And then Starflower for the finish. So that one works pretty well. Next up, it doesn't matter, just take the lowest level on everything except for Uvashka. Well, you can only take Uvashka at whatever level they offer, but everything else, lowest level, doesn't matter which one unless you see the Eldritch minion. Alright, let's change this out. We'll switch to the next team. So again, I am hitting the wrong button, and I forgot to copy the next team code. My bad. Okie dokie, here I come. Alright, let's try that again. Alright, something different. So we've got Reflection of Good for Mana Gen again. We've got Spell-Paw that's going to convert all blue gems to red. Again, that's going to take away from the Illithian Servitor, but that's okay. I want to have red. Give armor and barrier to the strongest ally. It summons a firestorm at the start of battle, so you can use, actually, any class you want for this. I put on Hierophant because I need to level it. It's going to start with a firestorm. You can use Sunspear with this to make sure that you have plenty of red for Queen Titania because she gets an extra turn if there are 13 or more red gems on the board. She fairy fires a random enemy on 4+ gem matches, which means an extra 50% damage to all of those troops with spells. And then the Illithian Servitor, you can switch this. As a matter of fact, I think this should be switched to the Hex Rat instead because there is a mana conflict, but I'm going to leave it like this simply because I don't want to change it. I don't want to. I have lots of teams. I have many, many teams I want to show you, and I don't want to mess with it right now. Alright, we'll do this. Spell-Paw is going to transform blue gems to red. Oh, look at the alignment. Oh. But I want to leave red on the board to get extra damage with her, although that is unnecessary right this minute. Ha ha ha. Aborith! Alright. There's supposed to be an equal chance of things showing up on the board, but Uvashka is rare, so we're just going to have to deal with that. I'm going to go ahead and cast. I've got plenty. I can deal once and get an extra turn. Hee hee hee. Love that. And do this. Yeah, I think that this needs to be changed to the Hex Rat or another troop that's not going to be mana blocked here that does damage to all enemies. Yep. And we'll finish with her since he's not ready yet. let me just make a note real quickly that Hex Rat. Oops, Rat better. There we go. All right, so the next team, I think think that I copied it anyway. Manage, paste. Yes, I did. So we've got a skull spamming team. Wahaha! I love skull spamming teams. They are fun. All right, and actually, I'm doing that out of order. So let me do it in the right order just so we can, so I don't have to move things around in the description because, yeah. All right, you may be looking at this and thinking, why would you put Arboreal Crystal and Leanansidhe on the same team when they both use the same colors? And the answer is because of Leanansidhe's Madness Storm. You have this Madness Storm with something, you want to have blue on your team, you want to have purple on your team because those are the colors. There will be so much blue and purple coming down when you blow things up that it doesn't matter. You can use Reflection of Good here instead if you wish. But I wanted to take advantage of the blue. I generally don't cast with Leanansidhe. I will if I need to. Because she's going to do something that's useful. She's going to do damage to all the enemies, or she might jumble the board and you'll get an extra turn, or she'll explode stuff. Anyway, any route she takes is going to be helpful for the team. Then we've got Vanya Solmorn that's going to do damage to all enemies, and she blesses a random ally on 4+ gem matches. She is also a summoner, so if you lose the Arboreal Crystal, you've got something that will protect you or that help you summon here on your team. And Medea is going to enchant all mystics. Now, Sorcerer does not make you a mystic. Sorcerer makes you a demon, so the hero will get an enchant. Or you could switch to Archmagus and you will get the entire team barriered that way. Alrighty, let's go in with this and then we'll do the next team after that. I've got a few more teams here to show you, so we're just going to keep on keeping on and see what I can show you. So first things first, I've got to get an explosion going on. So we're going to do this. Explode those green gems. Get tons of mana falling down. Usually I get more than that from my my explosions that have Leanansidhe. Oh, Arboreal Crystal is a bad idea. Arboreal Crystal is a bad idea. We're going to change that. I forgot. It summons a Leaf Storm, which we don't need. So we're going to change that to Reflection of Good. And just, use the blue for Leanansidhe. Okay, so... Darn, no wonder it didn't fill things up. It's because I did not think things through. Purple Slayer, I must pause for the cause and go and get that. Yes, please. Oh, I completed more than one. All right, and now I have to do Sorcerer, so that works out well. Oh, and the banner. I'm going to change the banner to work on that because I forgot about it. I forgot. Right. Doesn't matter. Level 10. Edit. Let's change this, and I'm going to change it. You can pick something else that explodes here, but Reflection of Good is great, so that works for me. Why? That's the wrong banner anyway. We're just going to change the banner to, let's see, this is Karakoth, so let's pop on down here to Karakoth, get the Old Gods banner. The class is good. Manage, and pasting onto my team list. Alright, let's do that again. This time will be much better because we'll actually get to use Leanansidhe's Storm to our favor. He is empowered, but not at this low level. So they're low enough level that they don't get the any traits. So we'll do this. You can cast on yourself. You can cast on anyone you want. It's just safe, of course, to cast on yourself. But at this low level, it's just going to one-shot them all. All right, we'll do Uvashka again with this team now that I have modified it. And then we'll switch to our skull spamming team. Oh, I love them. All right, and remember, I'm only using one badge right now, so when you have more, it's of course going to be a lot more effective. And you might want to move Medea up a spot so that she can get the whole team barriered first. It's totally up to you. So we're going to take purple and red here. And kind of want to blow things up, but I don't need the mana. Wow, he's got a lot of health. Holy cow. Hold on. Does he? Alright, we'll do this. Oh, not quite enough, and I gave him a match 4. Oops. Alright, let's see what Lyraza does just for kicks and giggles. She actually did damage. How nice. Alright, so the Lyraza's Storm is really powerful when you have something that either runs with blue or purple to blow up the board. Thrall is, of course, the most effective, but super good. Love it. Alright, so next up, we've got our skull spamming team. Wahahaha. Lowest level. We can do this one. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that because I can't. I have no idea where to start with that one. So here is our skull spamming team. Going to change this to Karakoth, H-I-J-K. Got it. Okie dokie. So the teams all have the most appropriate banner except for one, which I apparently screwed up. So I'm going to actually show you how well she can blow things up. There are only 8 on the board, so it's not great, but we're going to go ahead and do this just to show you. And then I can't remember what colors these two do, but they work really well together. So yellow gems to skulls, red gems to purple. Purple feeds the whole team. And then she transforms blue gems to skulls and brown gems to yellow, which she can then take and convert into skulls. So they're actually going to work really well off of each other. I actually want to kind of get them filled up there so I can show you. So she's going to change brown gems to yellow. Oh. And then I could change all of those yellow into skulls with Nimue. So actually, I like this better. Personally. It's up to you, though. But it makes more sense to cast with Sekma before Nimue. Oh, it's not Nimue. It's Nimu. My bad. Nimu. Nimu. So weird. All right. We're going to actually hit the hero with that for the barrier. And, well, don't take my troops out, please. All right, so this is brown gems to yellow, blue gems to skulls. No, she does. Okay, blue gems to skulls, brown gems to yellow. We don't have alignment, so... Oh, look. This is where Reflection of Good is going to come in very handy. It's going to bless her, and that's going to take away the death mark, so I won't lose her. So yay. Brown gems to yellow and blue gems to skulls. Right? Blue gems to skulls. So here is cast on him. There we go. And then we take all of this yellow and transform it to skulls. Ah, synergy. Ah, I love a team with synergy. And remember, this is going to work better once you have some more badges and whatnot equipped for this. If you can afford to do it, if your team is completing things, check the brown gems. Check the rewards. Get more badges, get medals from that. It's not all upon you to get the badges and medals if your team is working together. So this is blue gems to skulls. Yeah, I can do that. That'll work. Plus damage, direct damage. Nice. You know, I think these two are really underrated. They're both really good troops. All right, doesn't matter. Lowest level, edit, manage. Yes, I'm going to fix that. Sekma. Nimu. All right, next up. Da-da-da. We've got the cheese team for people that, you know, want to do those higher levels. Do I have a high enough level one to do? I kind of want to do this on a higher level, so I'll come back to it. not such a low level. Let's see next time we come up with what's his name? Uvashka. So instead, I'm going to skip on to Shibanu team. I have two Shibanu teams taking the same basic route. Lyraza, I think, is going to be fantastic with this team because of all of the blue and purple falling down. I'll show you how it works. A reflection of good. You want a solid purple weapon. And if you're not going to go with solid purple, it needs to be purple and yellow for this team. So this is going to be really easy. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to cast this. No, not yet. Actually, I'm going to have to do more than one level with this, obviously, so I can show you how this works. But you cast with Shibanu on the first slot. She's also going to be casting on these other guys, and you should be able to loop, even though you've got basically three colors here. The chances of hitting purple are high, and if it's not hitting purple, it'll hit blue. Hopefully not blue with purple and yellow on the same team so that you can loop, but it's still going to be really effective. So I'll just go ahead and do that for mana, and Shibanu is ready, but you see there's already a ton of blue and purple on the board because of Lyraza's Storm. And then you want to cast on the hero, generally speaking. So, but Shibanu is really going to boost everything. So there is an alternate team if you don't want to use the Illithian Servitor and Lyraza, although I'm really liking that setup. You can switch this to using, instead of blue and purple, yellow and purple. So again, Reflection of Good, Shibanu, Starflower, and Vanya Solmorn. They both do damage to all enemies, and you know, we've got Fairy Fire with Starflower, which is really going to be great. Vanya will barrier, so we'll do this, and then hopefully Uvashka will show up so I can show you the Faunessa team at a higher level. And I don't generally use that setup myself, but you know, it is something that you can do. So I'll show it to you. This is not fantastic, but I have a storm, and it's just not as powerful as the dual storms. In my opinion, they're just not as powerful. So we'll cast on the first ally here, and we'll do that. Clear off some of that yellow. I could keep casting and increasing the magic and armor and health and attack of every one of these troops every time I cast with her. There's no reason to at this level. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. And I have a lot of yellow on the board, so I'm actually gonna cast down here and kill him off. Yay! All right, Uvashka, fantastic. So let's try this out. I'm not a big fan of this setup, but I already said that, so I will stop saying that. Edit, manage, paste. We've got the cheese team again. And again, you can use anything that explodes here. You can use the Reflection of Good. You can use anything that explodes, period. Doesn't matter what it is. Let me change the banner because I've been forgetting to do that. Karakoth. And here we go. All right, Faunessa, we are going to start with the Eldritch, Uvashka first. So he's got 72 attack. It's going to do 72 damage. Actually, I did 100 damage because of the thing. Who barriered all of them? Who did that? You did. Aha. Fantastic. And that scatter damage from the staff, from the upgrade. So see, it says lightning here. So it does 5 scatter damage, and it broke all of the barriers. So yay for that. We're going to go ahead and take this guy out. This is a little slower, but it is very safe. Which I've already said a couple times, but no barrier for you. Wahaha, take that. Alright, so we just need to keep getting some mana here. Red, please. Keep blowing things up. Could be nice to have a light storm with this team. We'll do this. Thanks for the purple. Thanks, buddy. Stone Skin. Alright, I'm gonna leave him there because he's actually helping me at this point. So, 99. We'll take him out with the Skull Explosion here. There we go. And we're just gonna let him work on our favor here. So, like I said, it's slow, but it's safe. So, it's up to you. It's however you like to do it. It does not suit my playstyle so much. I like efficiency. I want to get things done. I like doing damage to all enemies and just taking them out. But, and it's fun to do different things. Select an enemy, that one. And you can run Faunessa with a skull spamming team. You can run Faunessa with, Faunessa with Shabana Vespera if you choose. It's up to you. So that is what I've got for you for the World event. A ton of teams. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and I will be back with the Soulforge video just as soon as I can. See y'all soon. Bye. See y'all soon, folks, and bye.